What is up, you guys? My name is Elizabeth Polk, and welcome back or welcome to my channel if you are new here. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you ladies 4 tips on how you can raise your credit score. Everything that I'm going to be telling you in this video is based off my personal experience and everything I had to learn myself about credit cards and credit history. It helped me and it can help you too, because I know what it's like to have a really high credit score, and I also know what it's like to have a really low credit score. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So number 1, keep within your 30% spending limit. So you're probably like, Liz, what are you talking about? So no matter if you have a $500 credit limit or a $5,000 credit limit, in the credit world, you can only spend within 30% of that credit limit if you want to maintain a really good credit score or raise your credit score. So let me give you guys an example. Let's just say you have 2 credit cards. One credit card, you have $500 spending limit, and on the second credit card you also have a $500 spending limit on that credit card as well. So in total, between both credit cards that you have that are active and open, you have a total of a $1,000 credit limit. So if you do math, 30% of $1,000 equals that your credit limit needs to be within $300 or less. Now, if you go over that amount, then you take the risk of dropping your credit score because you're going over the 30%. Now, you're probably like, okay, well, if I have a $300 credit limit and I have 2 credit cards, does that mean that I need to spread the credit limit over both cards, or can I just use one credit card and spend $300 on, and just the other credit card I don't spend any money on? In my opinion, I would spread the credit limit over both credit cards. So if you want to do like half and half, one credit card you spend $150 and you pay that off, and then the other credit card you do $150, or one you do $200 and you do the other one $100. However you choose to do it, I would just spread it out over both credit cards, because your credit cards is kind of like similar to a bank account. Like, well, for me with my bank, if I don't have any money in my bank account, no matter if it's like my credit card, my checking account or savings account, the bank is going to close because they're going to view it as inactive. And that's kind of the same thing in the credit world. If you have a credit card account that's inactive, is a $0.00 balance on that credit card, your credit card company is going to close it. So however you choose to spread your credit limit, it's up to you, but the bottom line is you have to keep within that 30% spending limit. Do not go over it. If you go over it, like I stated, you stand a risk of your credit card limit going down. And while by you keeping within that credit limit is showing the credit card company that you're mature and responsible with handling money, and by showing them that, then eventually your credit card company can increase your credit limit. Now, how much, it just depends on the credit card company. Like, for example, I have a credit card company with Capital One. Yes, I have a credit card company with Capital One. When I first got the credit card back like 2 or 3 years ago, my credit limit first starting out on that card was $500, and by me keeping within that 30% limit, paying my balance on time, the credit card company eventually raised it to now $1,100. And of course, the more that you do everything that I say in these tips, it can increase your credit limit even more so. So that's really it for number 1. And speaking of paying your credit card balance on time, this brings me to number 2. So number 2 is pay your credit card bills on time. I repeat, pay your credit card bills on time. When it comes in the credit card world, it's really no ifs, ands, buts about it. Whatever your credit card date is, whether it's the 1st, it's the 10th, it's the 15th, it's the 20th, you need to pay your balance by that date or on that date. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue tied. If you don't, no matter if you are a day late or what, you're going to get a late fee and interest charges. And the longer that you prolong paying your credit card bill, the more those late fees and interest charges are going to add up. So if your credit card balance is $25, $30 a month, if you don't pay it by that date, that $35, 30, 25, $30 can turn into like $40, $45. It depends on the credit card that you get. And of course, the longer that you prolong in paying your credit card, let's just say you, for example, you get 1 month behind, 2 months behind, God forbid, 3 months behind, that is really going to affect your credit score and bring it down. And it's showing your credit card company, the credit card holder, that, well, to them, I'm not saying that that's really how you are, because unfortunately things happen in life where we do get behind. But in the credit world, it's showing the credit card holder and the credit card company that you're not mature, you're irresponsible, you don't care, and they're just piling and adding on those fees. So how it originally started off as like $30 a month that you probably owed, that's probably going to turn into $150, $200 before you know it. And typically by the time, if you've gotten to 3 months without paying your credit card balance, whether you've paid partially of it or in full, oftentimes your credit card company will just like cut you off. They'll send the collections to, was it the credit bureau? I may be saying the name incorrectly, if so I'm sorry, but I think it's the people that handle your credit. They'll send it to them, or yes, collections. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It's collections. They'll send it to like collections oftentimes, and that will definitely put a damper on your credit score. So just please pay your credit card balance on time. And if for some reason you do get behind, because like I said, things do come up, just contact your credit card holder by seeing if you can set up a payment plan. So this brings me to number 3. Do not let, and I actually kind of touched on this a little bit in number 2, but we're really going to go more in depth on it. I'm speak more about it for number 3. So number 3, do not let your card holder company cancel your credit card, and don't cancel your credit card yourself. So let me give you just a brief example. So I got my very first credit card when I was 19. I didn't know anything about credit cards. I didn't know anything about credit scores. So I was just, a young teenager with a credit card, just wild and free and irresponsible. And for some reason, I didn't pay the bill for I think about 2 or 3 months. I think it was about 3 months. For some reason, I had gotten behind. I can't remember why. I don't know if I just fell on hard times or whatever it was, but I got behind and I didn't pay the credit card company for 3 months. And because of that, they canceled the card altogether. I can't remember if I eventually did pay the balance off or what, but I know they did cancel. The company itself canceled the credit card. And oh, sorry about that. I think I heard a dog outside. But because they canceled the credit card, that hurt my credit score so badly. I did not know that a credit card company can cancel you if you fall behind on so many payments, and how badly it can affect your credit card. I mean, not your credit card, your credit score. That's why I stated, please do not get behind on paying your credit card bills. If you do get behind, please do not let it be more than a month, because the longer you get behind, the more harder it is for you to get caught up. And also, where I said don't cancel your credit card yourself. So let's just say you have a credit card and you pay off your balance. Do not cancel the credit card. I repeat, do not cancel the credit card. Even if you see absolutely no use for you having the credit card anymore, do not cancel the credit card. Now, I've heard this, and I'm not sure exactly if this is 100% true. I have to look more into it, but I have heard from other people that it's not good to cancel your credit card, because it's kind of like having the same effect as if your credit card company cancel yourself, and it's just not a good look on your credit report. So even if you pay your balance off in full, I would still keep the account open and just pay, and would just buy something that's maybe $10, $20 a month and pay that off and everything else. You don't have to go crazy and spend hundreds or thousands of dollars, however much, whatever the balance is, or the credit limit you have on that credit card, or your just overall credit card balance. But I would definitely, like I said, still keep it open. Do not close it at any point in time, because if you do, it can potentially affect your credit score and bring it down. And so now we're on to the very last tip on how to raise your credit score, and that is, and this is just based on my personal opinion, but don't apply for nor open too many credit card accounts. So if you're like me, I shop at a lot of different places. So I love shopping at Target, Sephora, Ulta, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, you name it. But just because I like shopping at all those places does not mean I need to have a credit card for Target and Ulta and TJ Maxx and everything else. I just feel like the more credit cards that you have, the more accounts that you have open, the more likely you are to spend on all of them, and that can negatively affect your credit score. Because let's just be honest, a lot of us don't have willpower when it comes to credit cards to be like, you know what, I'm only going to use this card just in case for an emergency, and I'm only going to spend a reasonable amount on this credit card. A lot of us aren't there yet, and that's okay, and that is okay. But just to prevent anything from like that, don't open too many credit card accounts. If anything, I feel like you should get a major credit card like Capital One, Chase, just to name a couple credit cards that you can spend anywhere. So one credit card that you can spend at Target and Sephora, Ulta, and everything else. And also, like I stated as well, to not open and apply for too many credit cards as well, because by you applying for a lot of credit cards, they have to run your credit and check your credit history. And if you don't have the best history for credit score, or you're still in the process of trying to build your credit score, you know, back up to maybe like the 700s or 800s, and you go and apply for a lot of cards, I mean, 9 times out of 10, because your credit score really isn't that good at the moment, the credit card company is not going to accept you, and that report that can be on your credit report for, I think it's like up to 2 years. And you don't want that on your report, because again, it can bring your credit score down. Sometimes not like a whole lot, but it can bring it down some. And we're not trying to bring our credit score down at all. So in order to avoid that, just keep your credit card limits to, I would say, 2 or 3. Like, I just don't feel like there's just any reason why anyone should have 5, 6, or 10 credit card accounts open, in my opinion. I feel like the less you have open, the better, because honestly, I would rather have just a couple credit card accounts open and just have thousands of dollars limit on those couple credit cards than have 5 or 10 credit card accounts open and my balance on there, our credit limit is just a couple $100s. But that is me personally. So that is it for this video on my 4 tips on how to raise your credit score. I hope you ladies enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I wanted to switch up the content on my channel and wanted to bring more content that's inspiring, engaging, educating, inspiring, and empowering to my subscribers, which is you guys. So thank you so much again for watching. I love you guys so much. If you did like this video and want more like it, let me know down below in the comments, and I will let you guys know. Well, and I will bring that for you guys. I'm sorry, I got tongue-tied. I am just praying for every single person that's watching this video, that if you're struggling with your credit score or financial issues, I pray that within the next few months, by the end of the year or next year, we see a complete turnaround. So if you are watching this video and you are struggling with your credit score, credit history, I would definitely encourage you to apply these tips to your life, no matter if you use one of these tips or all of them, and come back a few months or a year or 2 years down the road and let me know if any of these tips you. I really hope that they do. But thank you so much again for watching. I love you guys so much. Again, make sure you are following me on all my social media accounts to keep up with my life off camera, and hit that notification bell so you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.